ACC-Big Ten Challenge presented by 989 Sports. The ACC with a win tonight by Georgia Tech, last night by NC State. Already up 2-0, trying to win this challenge for the 6th consecutive year. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Cameron. Great to have you with us. Dan Shulman and Dick Vitale with you. Michigan State and Duke. We've got two of the heavyweights in college basketball.
Wow, I can't read it. I'm a little excited already. Coach K, Tommy Izzo. Unbelievable. Two of the great programs in college hoops going head-to-head. Now we find out how really good they are. It's been a hostess special. Cupcake City. They've blown away opposition. But now it's chemistry time. You get a true evaluation. This is not phys ed, baby. It's chemistry 101. You find out how good you really are.
Duke won by 22 up in East Lansing last year. Tonight, can Michigan State get a little revenge? If they do, Paul Davis will have to have a big game.
Well, Paul Davis certainly could be a dominant force. He has not been as effective as they like early in the year, but it's against no competition. Tonight he will have competition against Mr. Williams, who can block shots and score in the post.
Tom Izzo in his 10th year as head coach at Michigan State, 12 years and as an assistant before that. As you can see, he has never beat Duke, but what a legacy he has brought to Michigan State in the last 10 years. And how about Mike Krzyzewski now in his 25th season as head coach at Duke? And of course, Dick, so much talk. We'll get into a little bit later about the Lakers offer, but he decides to stay, and all of Durham and all of college basketball happy about that.
Was never a doubt in my mind, never a doubt, man, that he was going to leave. He fits this puzzle to perfection, just like Tom Izzo fits to perfection up there in East Lansing, and he said no to the Hawks.
The FedEx starting lineups, all 5 starters back from a year ago for Michigan State. Some changes for Duke. Luol Deng is gone. Chris Duhon is gone. A lot of talent for the Blue Devils, but not a lot of depth. These are two teams, both 3-0. Both have had some lopsided wins, especially Michigan State. And we're going to find out a lot about these two teams here at Cameron tonight.
I think one of the key players for Michigan State could be on the pine right now. Drew Neitzel. One of their real dilemmas last year was point guard play. The ability to finish the basketball and break defenses down. Neitzel can do that.
Chris Hill will start at the point, bring up Allen Anderson, who just missed the layup, to play forward instead of handling the ball. Ewing from the wing. 3-0 Duke.
He can flat out shoot the basketball. I thought last year he's one of the most underrated guards in the nation. It's his time to star this year.
He is a senior. Here's Davis trying to package Chandler Randolph. Rebound Williams.
You made a great point, man. The one major problem facing Duke is going to that bench.
They only have 8 recruited scholarship players, and Mike Krzyzewski is still tinkering and experimenting, trying to figure out his best lineup, his best substitution pattern. The ball is out of bounds to Michigan State. And Coach K told us just a little while ago, Dick, forget about a 1 and a 2 and a 3. He said, we're going to break some basketball rules this year in order to find out the best Duke team, the best lineup he could put out on the floor.
Well, the bottom line is a lot of coaches wish they could have his top 6 players. I can flat out tell you that.
Here's Shannon Brown, an explosive athlete. The sophomore pulls up from 12, back rim, and rebound to Dockery, who's going to get a lot of time at the point. He and Ewing will both have responsibilities. Ewing to miss on the feed from Reddick, and the rebound ripped down by Paul Davis, who had his toughest game of last season against Duke. Chris Hill buries the 3, and we're tied.
He's one of the great three-point shooters in college basketball. He's on my all-ACC team. He can flat out stroke the 3.
He led the Big Ten in made three-pointers last year with 84. And again, he'll be a point guard sometimes and an off guard sometimes. Both of these teams, Dick, versatile. J.J. Reddick, deep 3.
I'll tell you, he can shoot the jumper. We know that. Nobody got back defensively.
This is the dunk.
You got to score there. A little bit late recognizing the open man.
Ewing forces the action, and he draws the foul. Looks like it'll be on Anderson. Mike Wood with the call. He's joined by Larry Rose and Jamie Luckey officiating tonight's game.
Solid crew on the game here. As you said, in the opener last year when they played in the ACC-Big Ten, Duke just dominated. Took the Izzo crowd out of the game. Just absolutely dominated. He was really an embarrassing, humiliating guy. Tom was last game.
That time, Daniel Ewing, the senior out of Missouri City, Texas, the MVP of the ACC tournament 2 years ago. ago, played injured a lot last season. Look at Duke's non-conference record here at home under Mike Krzyzewski. Their last non-conference loss came to St. John's in February of 2000.
And as Mike Jarvis is in the studio now.
That's right.
Mike Jarvis and Digger. I want to have a 2-2 matchup. Jarvis and Digger against Mr. Majerus and Mr. Lappin. My buddies on Majerus, they couldn't handle him in the post.
7-3 Duke, 1-2 from the line for Ewing. Good pressure here as Duke extends.
Good job of jumping out. Good ball pressure. That's a trademark of Duke. Play hard on the defensive end.
Shannon Brown gets inside, no good. Follow is good for Davis, who has vowed publicly this year, Dick, to average a double-double. He says that's within his grasp.
Well, he should have done it last year. He averaged 15 a game and about 7 rebounds. He should get 10 rebounds a game with his ability.
Double team on Sheldon Williams. He knocks his man to the ground, misses the layup, and it's out of bounds to Michigan State. The Spartans coming in with 3 lopsided victories. Florida A&M, Wisconsin, Green Bay, and Nicholls State as you take another look. And Dick, in all 3 of those games, granted against weaker opposition, in all 3 games, Michigan State has scored more than 100 points.
Well, you know, he's earned the right to play some of those cupcakes after what he did last year with the incredible schedule with Kansas and Kentucky and Duke and all the people he played early last year.
Tonight, or actually last night when they practiced here, the first time Tom Izzo or any of his players had ever set foot in Cameron Indoor Stadium. Allen Anderson drains a 3, and the Spartans are up 1.
Great job, 2-man basketball. Ball goes to the post. They give help on the post, and then bring the ball back outside.
Reddick spins. A little bit strong. Rebound in numbers now for Michigan State. Brown.
Nice job.
Hill.
Great job in transition. Really getting out of the break. Very athletic. Not a big basketball team. Got a couple guys on the bench that are going to help him with size. David and Rowley.
Yeah. And Kelvin Torbert, a 6'4 guard, is going to come off the bench this year, or at least is now as the 6th man, and he's their leading scorer through the first 3 games.
I think the key for Duke this year, if they're going anywhere, is number 42, Shavlik Randolph. He has to show not only flashes of brilliance, but consistency.
Injured in his first year, coming off surgery last year. He's healthy now, and he's open for 3, but it's not there for him. And the rebound brought down by Brown. Davis running the floor, beats Randolph down.
They're doing an excellent job. Michigan State advancing the ball rather than off dribbling by passing the basketball in transition, beating Duke down, and Duke doing a subpar job in defensive transition.
Dick, it's a 9-0 run right now for Michigan State, not looking intimidated one little bit by the atmosphere here in Cameron tonight.
Well, they're not going to be intimidated. That's just not going to happen under Tom Izzo.
They've played in the last 3 years. This senior class has played at Syracuse, at Kansas, at Kentucky, Florida. Baseline jumper for Williams. So the Spartans have basically played in about every tough environment you can. We've got a timeout on the floor, 4.5 minutes in. Michigan State getting out and running the floor beautifully. They lead Duke by 3.
Get the ESPN Full Court College Basketball pay-per-view package. Order now.
Breakfast Club Toaster. Sonic's got it, others don't. Try a new Breakfast Club Toaster sandwich. Made with egg, cheese, tomato, ham, and bacon on Sonic's thick Texas toast. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Shave your beard, not your face. Introducing the new Norelco Cool Skin Shaver. Close as a blade with less irritation.
It's green apple gone silver. Introducing Bacardi Silver Low Carb Green Apple Premium Malt Beverage. 4.5 grams of carbs and 94 calories. Never tasted so good. Bacardi Silver. Flavor your night.
Oh man, there's a line.
Dockers Pro Style. Shirts and pants that do it all.
Dad's giving Mom the present we got at K. Mom likes it. Wow, she really likes it.
A gift from K Jewelers means every diamond is hand-selected to match beautifully.
I think they're gonna kiss now.
I think you're right.
Every kiss begins with K.
When I'm on the field, I want to perform at the top of my game. When I'm off the field, I want to do the same. That's why I use Red Zone deodorant. It's the longest lasting deodorant from Old Spice, and its scent lasts longer than the other guys, so you smell great all day. Try it. If you don't like it, Old Spice will buy you a stick or something else. Hey, I don't always win, but that doesn't stop me from trying. Red Zone deodorant from Old Spice.
Drink variety. Sonic's got it, others don't. Make Sonic your morning drink stop and choose from thousands of different flavor combinations. Start your day with a fresh Sonic Sunrise or come in for our classic cherry limeade. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Back here at Cameron, Dan Schulman, Dick Vitale with you. Tom Izzo, Spartans leading Duke early by 3. Let's go down to court level now and join the third member of our team, Doris Berg. Doris?
Dan, Michigan State's Tom Izzo says, listen, I have 6 starters, but somebody's got to come off the bench. For him, that's senior Kelvin Torbert, who over the course of his career has done a phenomenal job improving his shooting. You look from his freshman year, just 40%. This season, up above 60%. His ability to shoot the perimeter jump shot, so valuable to this team. And Sean Dockery on the other side, guys, known primarily as a defender his first 2 years, 1,000 jump shots a day over the summer. He hopes to improve on a 19% career three-point shooting team. Somebody's got to give them some scoring besides Reddick and Ewing, guys.
I'll tell you, Doris, he's already improved a little last year. He's 3 for 25 shooting the three. Dockery, and he knocked out 3 big ones against Davidson. He really put the challenge to do.
He'll still call for the foul, doesn't like the call. Subs in for both teams as Dockery has gone to the bench. He's already made 5 threes this year after making only 3 all of last year. And with Duhan gone, Dockery's going to get some major minutes this year. He has just come out. Melchione is into the game now for Duke, number 13.
He can stroke the ball. His dad played at Duke. Gary, his uncle was Bill, was a heck of a shooter way before your time at Villanova. Then played for the Nets.
Also on the floor for Duke with the ball right now, number 21, DeMarcus Nelson, a freshman out of Elk Grove, California, and the state of California's all-time leading high school scorer.
Zone defense right now, I think it's very difficult to zone Duke. They have too many good perimeter players and too many good outside shooters.
Melchione can stroke it from outside the lefty. It should have been a kick ball, but no. And Michigan State comes up with it. The floater by Torbert will drop. A break there for State. I thought they could have reset the shot clock down to the other end.
Advantage and an opportunity. Torbert off the bench, one of the premier super 6 men. We saw a great one the other night. DJ Schwarber down there with Maryland.
See if practice on the floor now for Michigan State.
He hit a big shot 2 years ago to beat Kentucky.
Torbert off the hill. We've yet to see Drew Neitzel. Here's good position inside by Davis. Left by Sheldon Williams. Davis fighting hard with the answer, and he'll go to the line as well.
Great second effort rather than hang his head and pout after being rejected on the initial attempt. Stayed with it and took the ball aggressively to the basket. There it is. Williams has got the great leverage to block that shot. Good balance. But Davis stays with it and takes it aggressively to the basket. There's Williams with a great block shot. And now there is the move by Davis, the aggressive move to the goal.
The foul on Nelson, his first. This is what Tom Izzo has been wanting on a consistent basis from Paul Davis, as now Neitzel checks into the game for Michigan State. Get tough, get mean, get after it, and show that ability that you have on a consistent night-in, night-out basis.
Nice start by Michigan State. I think this is the kind of start that they can plan that they would like to have. You see guys get up to the base and zip. Pretty surprising that they show that they
Remember, Duke led this game 7-3, so it's a 14-2 run right now for Michigan State.
And it's a confidence booster. This is something they need psychologically after being absolutely humiliated last year at home.
Davis stood his ground, and here comes Neitzel. Mr. Basketball, the state of Michigan, a year ago, said he wanted to be a Spartan from the time he was a little kid. Turnaround by Torbert. No, tip is good by Davis.
I'll tell you, Davis is having a come-out party. They said he was absolutely ineffective in his first 3 games. They said he was a disappointment, was the term they used with us. It's what they expect. Their standard of excellence for him is so high.
Davis has already done more statistically in this game than he did in the Duke game.
He walked. Looked at his pivot foot. A little bit rattled right now offensively, dude. Davis really a factor here early in the game. We're going to watch him work the glass. Little turnaround jumper by Torbert. Now look at him right here. Gets good inside position. Nobody blocks him out.
Dick, last year, in the 22-point loss to Duke, Paul Davis had 7 points and 3 rebounds called it the low point of his career. Already denied in 7 minutes. He's got 9 points and 4 rebounds.
I'd say that's a turnaround. I'd say that's a kid that's going to be a major factor, one of the premier big men in the Big Ten.
Knights will be defended by Dockery, a very good on-the-ball defender. Now hands it off. Delco Rowley, number 50, has taken Davis's place in the middle. Michigan State generally not a very big team, but they do have superior depth to Duke.
Well, they're getting size from Rowley and certainly name it when they bring him in. They say Rowley's really improved.
Torberg having trouble handling it. Ager. Shannon Brown from 18. And the rebound is Sheldon Williams.
Sheldon Brown played with D. Brown. What a matchup tomorrow. D. Brown and Williams.
Foul on Neitzel, who was not a part of this game last year when Duke went up to East Lansing and absolutely rolled over the Spartans. 72-50. Michigan State kept turning it over, and that's why many, and you're among them, think that if Neitzel can develop, he's not going to be a starter, or at least he's not right now, but if he can give him 20 minutes a game at the point, he's the first pure point guard they've had here in about 3 years.
Just since they have a team please, and what it allows him to do is put Chris Hill where he really should be at the second guard slot, utilizing that great shooting ability.
Neitzel, by the way, is wearing the team please's old number 12.
What a winner he was on collegiate level. Just had that winner's mentality.
Reggie Love, number 30, is the main number 2.
He gets you back to the game quickly. He gets you back. He can really stroke that chain right there.
Second 3 of the night for Redding. Now a turnover.
That's a lot of control right there. That's 6 turnovers in an opening game. They came back strong the last 2. Had like 11 assists to 2 turnovers combined in the last 2 games.
Michigan State coach tell us he's not a big guy, 6'1", 170. He's physically tough, and even more than that, he's mentally tough.
A tough task right now.
Nelson off on 3. Look at Reggie Love in there, battling for the rebound and drawing a foul. The name is familiar.
3 years ago.
3 years ago, he walked onto the basketball team, was a member of the football team, has come back to play hoops this year, and he's given the Blue Devils a lift right here.
Wendy's founder, Dave Thomas, spent a lot of time talking to customers, so he knew you had a passion for hot and spicy. And that's why Wendy's brought it back. Our wild mountain chicken sandwich with Wendy's spicy chicken filet and its fiery blend of peppers and spices, made even spicier with a hot and smoky southwestern pepper sauce and topped with Colby Jack cheese and bacon. It's the way Dave would have done it. So what are you waiting for? Wendy's. It's better here. Wendy's pickup window is open till midnight or later.
Say cheese.
Take Grandma's hint. She wants a digital camera from Staples. And now get a free accessory kit and coupon book worth over $225 with each camera purchase.
Staples. That was easy.
This holiday, give the gift of laughter. The Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison collection at an incredible low price. Loaded with outrageous new bonus materials. It's the perfect gift. On DVD at an incredible low price.
When it comes to shipping, talk is cheap. Mistakes aren't. Ron's got the horsepower. They've got the planes, the technology. Truth is, I don't care how they do it. I just care that my packages get there on time. Hey, all I ask for is perfection. Other than that, I'm pretty easy.
UPS delivers more packages on time than anyone. UPS, what can Brown do for you?
There comes a time when a hero must either accept his destiny or walk away from it. Must either fight or set his gun aside. This is that time. And this is that hero. The other guy? Join Jack and Daxter in their final adventure. The end of an epic. Rated T for Teen.
Back here in Durham, a 19-12 lead for Michigan State. A different state team so far than we saw against the Blue Devils last year. And maybe that's because we're seeing a different Paul Davis here tonight.
He's been a dominant force early in the game. He's been the major factor attacking the basket. Great tip. He's been aggressive on the offensive boards. Now he's sitting on the sideline, a little assistant coach. You don't need him as an assistant coach. You need him up there in the court.
9 points, 4 rebounds already for more on the Michigan State big man. Down to court level again in Doris.
Well, Dan, you talked about his disappointment after to last year's Duke game. It was from that point forward that he and Coach Izzo started meeting once a week to discuss life on and off the basketball court. As a turnover here by Duke. On and off the basketball court to try to get to know one another. It appears, guys, they're 180 degrees from one another. The typically stoic Davis, the fiery Izzo. But through those meetings, they've gotten a little bit closer, guys.
I tell you, it's reminiscent of John Calipari and some of the meetings with Sean Banks. By the way, did you hear about Calipari Sunday? He busted out of practice. I'm out of here. You guys are ready to roll. I'm frustrated, aggravated. By the way, Memphis, they're going to hire Mike Fratello. Take that to the bank. Sign deal. Nice backdoor.
And a block is called underneath on Shavlik Randolph. And that last foul at the other end was on Randolph. So he's picked up 2 quick fouls. And here's where Duke's lack of depth is going to be tested when the bigs get early foul trouble.
There's the backdoor cut. He comes over defensively. Nice backdoor cut. They catch Redick staring at the ball. There's the call, blocked.
Now Sheldon Williams has to come back in. And Randolph goes out.
Well, remember what Mike told us before the game? He said, I'm not going to go by the coaching philosophy.
Right.
If the guy has 2, I'm still going to play him in the first half.
Out of bounds off Shannon Brown. And that's what we meant earlier when we said Mike Krzyzewski said he's going to break some of the so-called rules of basketball because he's only got 8 recruited scholarship players and only 2 of them are true big men. He's going to have to improvise this year.
And what he tells before the game, he said, hey, who the basketball god said that? He said, well, I don't say that. I said, wait a minute, you're supposed to be the basketball god.
19-12, Michigan State leading Duke midway through the first half here at Cameron Indoor Stadium, all part of the ACC-Big Ten Challenge presented by 989 Sports.
Duke 5-0 in the ACC-Big Ten Challenge has been a dominant force. 5-0 beating Illinois 99 and 2000 in Iowa, Ohio State, and Michigan State last year.
And Dick, tomorrow night ESPN's coverage of the ACC-Big Ten Challenge continues with a fantastic doubleheader. Number 1 awake, number 3 Illinois, 2 outstanding backcourts. And then at 9 Eastern, you and I will be in Bloomington as North Carolina takes on Indiana, the ACC-Big Ten Challenge presented by 989 Sports. Redick in a groove early. He's got 8.
I'll tell you, if Indiana's going to challenge North Carolina, they're going to need a quick performance out of Gracie Wright. 2 of the great programs in the history of college basketball. You're thinking about the Tar Heels and the Hoosiers. They have great fans down here in Bloomington. I'm looking forward to going down there.
Me too. And now Mike Davis feels he's got a couple of talented freshmen and a couple more coming in next year. Some transfers as well. You're looking at J.J. Redick. 8 points already tonight as Paul Davis comes back in now for State. J.J. Redick, by the way, has reportedly dropped 25 pounds from a year ago, feeling that he got worn out at the end of last season.
He was solid as a rock. I tapped him in the stomach.
Over and back on Michigan State. Another turnover. Pat, you gave him a solid right jab right to the midsection.
He took it like a man.
You can see a little bit of a difference there.
He's a little wider last year. Nice trim this year. He should have a big year. In fact, if Duke's going to be successful, 3 guys have to score big for him, and that's Williams, Ewing, and Leonard.
Redick from 215 reportedly down to 190. Sheldon Williams has it knocked away. For more on J.J. down to Doris.
Well, it was a season of running. He said he spent an inordinate amount of time doing nothing but position drills. Really didn't play a lot of basketball. It was a February 29th game last year against Florida State, guys. He went 1 for 9. He said, I had no weight. I wanted to make sure come February and March, I'm ready to go. He said,
Anderson draws the foul.
Are you serious where he shot that 3? He shot that from downtown Raleigh. He shot that from Herb Sendik's living room. I mean, are you kidding me? Freezes. Look at the line back here. I mean, that's unbelievable. He shot that from Herb Sendik's living room parlor. I mean, I'm calling Herb tomorrow. He had a big win the other day.
Beat Purdue last night, 60-53. Julius Hodge, one of your Rolls Roycers, right?
Well, he's Mr. Versatility. He does it all. They got Tony Bethel, the transfer out of Georgetown.
8-0 run. Snapped as Anderson makes the free throw. Tom Izzo thinks that Anderson not having to play the point at all this year, now that Hill and Neisel should do it, is really going to free up Anderson. You know, he's never averaged 10 points per game in his career because he's had to worry about so many different positions, so many different jobs per game so far this season. Neitzel has gone back out right now, so Chris Hill will be the point. Torbert is still in the game, along with Ager, who they think might have a breakout season, and Anderson.
Torbert was a big-time recruit, was Player of the Year in USA Today. Had struggled throughout his career, up and down with his shot. Playing really well off the bench. Brilliant performer. There he is now with a little dribble move. Great penetration, squares the body. Good arc, good rotation. Nothing but nylon. Counted. Played with T.J. Ford in high school. What a combination that must have been. Also, I believe the kid Taylor was on that team as well.
Taylor, I think you're right.
Wow, what a high school team they must have had.
Ewing averaging better than 18 points per game through the first 3 games of the season, and he has made 12 threes already. Another guy who could have a monster year.
I really believe for Duke to be effective, to be able to win, they have to get at least 55 points a night in big games from their big three. Williams, Ewing, and Reddick.
Anderson spinning on Melchior. Davis, baseline jumper there. Duke looking to run. They got numbers.
Give it back.
Ewing trying to climb the back of Williams. As Neitzel, I believe, got a fingertip on that pass and messed up the 4-on-1.
That was a poor job of attacking the basket. Mike Krzyzewski's going to be very upset. Right now, all you got to do is drop a bounce pass and you got a layup. Trying to make the spectacular play, trying to make the flashy play. Didn't need that at all. Just drop the bounce pass and you got a fundamental layup.
Duke back within 1 after that big run by Michigan State. 9 minutes left, first half here in Durham. Anderson baseline, driving on Melchior, left hand, good. 7 now for Allen Anderson.
They've been around forever. Hill, Anderson, they seem like they have been around forever.
With Bagrakis as well, they've got 4 seniors in their top 9. Sheldon Williams could not come up with a pretty good-looking bounce pass there from Daniel Ewing. 6th turnover committed by Duke.
As Duke with that high post screen, they use that big high screen. They're going to play it a little differently, Michigan State. They're going to use, according to the term that Tom Izzo utilized, feather it, send it out wide, fan it out wide, rather than allow them to make the turn.
Both of these coaches feel like this was the game where they would really find out a lot about their team, because the level of competition has not been that high. The toughest test either team faced was Duke against a very good Davidson team that went and won at Missouri.
Hey, are you ready for this? Davidson got beat badly by St. Joe's, the team we had against Kansas.
We lost to Kansas by 40.
I told you St. Joe's could be a factor in the Atlantic 10 because the Atlantic 10 doesn't have a dominant team this year. All of those teams can beat each other. I really believe that St. Joe's and Temple are going to their share of wins.
Interesting story. In addition to his ability, he's ambidextrous. Anger, and we've got a held ball situation. It's going to go over to Duke.
Hey, really interesting. If Coach K wins 21 more games this year, he'll have a record for most wins by a coach in his first 30 seasons. Pete Smith has it now at 7-17. Coach K's at 6-9-7.
A heavyweight matchup here in Durham, all part of the ACC-Big Ten Challenge presented by 9A9 Sports. Florida State has defeated Minnesota. It's now 3-0 for the ACC, which has won this challenge each of the previous 5 years it's been held. And the most lopsided win was last year when they won 7 of the 9 games.
We have 7 teams right now. When you talk about the ACC, are in the top 25. They have 7 teams. Unbelievable. Watch Virginia. They have been an early season surprise team. Sean Singletary, Devin Smith, Elton Brown. I really believe Peter Dillon's club is going to be steady all year long. They need a point guard play, and they're going to get it this year from Singletary.
The foul on Torbert, his first. Sent Duke to the line for the 1-and-1, but DeMarcus Nelson missed the front end. Reddick misses the 3. Backstein Neitzel, nice dish inside. Torbert up and in.
Nice play by Torbert down to the low box, but a great look by Neitzel.
That's what's so impressive about him. He's a natural righty who now shoots most of his jump shots with the left hand, but fires bullet passes on the run with his right hand.
I like that word. Usually use one syllable. Hey, DeMarcus Nelson, really, in fairness to the young guys, got a ligament problem. So surgery on that hand, and that's a shooting hand.
Foul on Neitzel, his second. Doris Burke with Duke's new president. When we come back to Cameron after this, Michigan State up by 5.
When you can create your own holiday seafood feast, a meal turns into a celebration. Only Red Lobster lets you create your own favorite holiday feast by combining 2 or 3 of your seafood favorites. Choose from 11 signature dishes, including our very best sweet and tender snow crab. And remember, this holiday season you can treat the seafood lovers on your list to a Red Lobster gift card.
ESPN Original Entertainment presents
NASCAR's got to have talent and magic on the asphalt.
Barry Pepper stars as Dale Earnhardt 3. Premieres Saturday, December 11th, 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN.
On Saturday, December 11th, college football's tradition of excellence rewards this season's most outstanding player. The 2004 Heisman Trophy presentation, Saturday, December 11th at 8 Eastern on ESPN.
She had a music report due this morning, but our computer is so slow.
Quick, how do you get your internet service?
Through the dish.
She suffered a total photonic shutdown.
You mean?
She fell asleep waiting for the connection. But, thanks to Charter, we'll have that report finished in no time.
Do you know anything about the Blues?
Tired of waiting? Get Charter high-speed internet, up to 50 times faster than dial-up.
The dish is a disease. We're the cure. Call 1-888-GET-CHARTER.
Pays for itself. Call our toll-free number now. It's fun for the whole family. Order now. You won't regret it.
That is amazing.
Love everything about TV? Check out Charter. Get more movies and over 100 digital quality channels. Upgrade to Charter Digital today. Go where satellite can't. Call 1-888-GET-CHARTER and get hooked.
Welcome back to Durham, North Carolina. Big Ten ACC Challenge with the Michigan State Spartans on top 25-20. And joining me now, Dr. Richard Broadhead, president of Duke University. And Dr. Broadhead, you took the job July 1st, and on July 4th, you had a rather interesting turn. The Los Angeles Lakers trying to recruit your coach. Tell me, what was your reaction 3 days in?
Oh, I had to be very, very grateful to my new colleagues for not making my life too uninteresting.
Talk about the decision of Mike Krzyzewski to stay. He has become synonymous not only with Duke, but with college basketball.
Well, you know, he faced a great temptation when I arrived, and I couldn't blame him for working through it. I'd worked through a great decision in my own life right before then. The main thing about him is he loves the college game, he loves students his age, and he is a teacher as much as he is a coach, and so college is the right place for him, and we all hope he comes to that decision, and soon enough he did.
I think there were some concerns on his part, the early departures, the changing landscape of college basketball. Is there anything that university presidents can do to change the system?
Well, I'm not sure it's in our power to change the system without a lot of other help. I think Mike's attitude about this is you compete in the situation you compete in. This is a new fact, and the better your team, the more people you're going to lose. So it's tough.
Dr. Broadhead, thank you for joining us. Congratulations on keeping a great gentleman.
My great pleasure. Thank you.
I'll tell you one thing, Doris. The first week on the job had to really be unbelievably exciting in a way. But there was no way in my mind that Coach K was leaving this Duke campus. He is Duke basketball. He is college basketball right now with what he's achieved. I mean, right now he's at 697 wins, 64-17 lifetime in the NCAA. The only one to win more games is Gene Smith in the NCAA.
64-17 against NCAA tournament competition. That speaks volumes right there. 3 national championships, 10 Final Fours, and a team that's very good but not very deep this year. We've got a newcomer in the game now for the Blue Devils, number 14, David McClure, a freshman from Ridgefield, Connecticut, who started the first 2 games of the season. Davis gets his hand in the air and goes strong to the hoop, but he's called for the offensive foul.
That was a great move that he made, but he got called for the offensive foul. You got to throw that baby down. What a great move. Triple threat position. Gets the defensive player to react to him. Duke rotates over, and they get the charge. If they use the arc there, they don't get that charge.
Yeah, that's right.
They don't get that charge. If that's an NBA or during the games that we did where they had the experimental rule.
You know, Dick, if there's such a thing as a foul a coach doesn't mind, maybe that's it. Maybe Tom Izzo loves seeing Paul Davis go hard to the rack play.
Yeah, he's playing very aggressively, and he's also doing a good job defensively, denying the ball inside the Williams.
A bounce play here down in the corner. Duke is going to retain possession. 25-22. Michigan State as Mike Krzyzewski signals the play in from the bench. Sheldon Williams in the middle. David McClure at the forward position. And then 3 guards on the floor right now for the Blue Devils in Ewing, Reddick, and Nelson. Get used to seeing a small Duke lineup, especially when a big man brings up foul trouble as he does tonight.
Touches around that back.
Anderson off the drive, and he's fouled. And Michigan State, just like Duke, really going with 4 perimeter guys and a big guy in the middle.
You know, when they lost their players this year, when they lost Eddie, for example, and then Sean Livingston decided to go to the NBA and not come here out of high school, a lot of people were saying, well, remember the year they lost Eddie and Avery, and they lost Elton Brand. The bottom line is people said the following year, they had a great year. But the following year, they brought in that year 3 guys who were NBA players. Ben Levy, you talk about certainly Jason Williams, and you talk about Carlos Boozer.
John Levy pleading with one of the officials, Jamie Luckey. Neitzel going out for Michigan State, and Maurice Ager coming back in. Ager, a guy, Dick, who's been bothered by injuries a lot in his first couple of years, but Tom Izzo, you mentioned the word athletic. He says he's Michigan State's best athlete, Jason Richardson.
Yeah, he's an outstanding athlete. Run, jump. He's been besieged with all kinds of injuries. And you said, Dan, you know, 3 years in a row, Michigan State went to the Final Four, won that national title in 2000. And you look at Coach K, he's been to the Final Four 10 times. Only 2 guys better. The Wizard of Westwood with 12, Mr. Woody, and Michelangelo.
And Moore with a beautiful scoop reverse. And Duke is back within 2. Travel before the shot. He can't believe it.
McClure not known for scoring ability as a defensive player, a rebounder, any kind of scoring to get out of him as a plus. You're going to watch him around the basket. There he is inside. Guys going to try a little layup, reverse time. Says they were playing horse. Try to match that.
Just took the ball right away from Ager.
Yeah, nice little reverse layup.
He won 102 games in his 4 years in high school, won a couple of state championships, chose Duke over Notre Dame. Those were his final 2. Reddick hot in the first half with 13 points. Dockery on the drive. Will go to the line.
Dockery trying to assert himself a little bit more on the offensive side. Last year, he sort of was just a guy very passive offensively and very aggressive defensively. Hey, what a recruiting class Duke has coming in next year. One of the premier classes in America. Kid McRoberts from out of Indiana is supposed to be so special, and they feel they're getting Paulus. Everybody's saying, well, he may go play football and decide to go elsewhere. From out of Syracuse, an outstanding point guard. They're confident that he will be here at Duke in their uniform.
Dick, tomorrow night, ESPN2's coverage of the ACC-Big Ten Challenge continues with more action at 7:30 Eastern. It's Ohio State and Clemson, and then at 9:30 Eastern on ESPN2, Pete Gillen's Virginia Cavaliers. They're ranked now. They've already beaten Arizona this year. They take on Northwestern. The ACC-Big Ten Challenge presented by 989 Sports. Greg Paulus, the player you were talking about, ranked as one of the best point guards in the senior class, also considered to be the best quarterback in the senior class, and has reportedly verbally committed. And as you said, the Duke folks seem very confident that he is going to be playing basketball here next year.
They say he's got a lot of fun Hurley as a point guard, and if he's got a lot of Hurley, you know he's a big-time winner because Hurley was certainly special.
Turnovers now becoming a problem for Michigan State. 3 recent turnovers, 7 total.
And that's really emblematic of what we saw last year with them turning the ball over in the backcourt, lack of point guard play. Can't stress enough how essential it is. We're going to see one of the great point guards in America tomorrow night, Raymond Felton. He doesn't play against Santa Clara to get beat. Since he's back, it's been blowout city.
How about the point guards in the ACC between Felton and Jared Jack and John Gilchrist and Chris Paul and Julius Hodge can play play some point. Daniel Ewing can play some point. Williams drives. Wide open Dockery, and Williams throws it out of bounds.
They're doing a great job defending Sheldon Williams right now. They're negating his normal effectiveness on the inside. Playing him very physical, very aggressive. You're right there. But, you know, college basketball, coaches realize how to have offensive efficiency you need point guard play. Think about the Travis Peters of the world. Think about the sponsorship wars. The team we talked about, Singletary down in Virginia. There's so many great point guards.
Wood on the far side said that Dockery got a piece of the jersey, and Mike Krzyzewski is not so sure about that one.
You know, I agree with Mike Wood. I think he made a good call there. I think from the other side he did grab some shirt, and then he had the perfect look from the offside.
A popular call here at Cameron Indoor Stadium along with Dick Vitale and Doris Burke. I'm Dan Shulman. This is the ACC-Big Ten Challenge presented by 980 Sports. The ACC. All 6 years, this challenge. And Florida State.
Hey, the bottom line, I'll tell you this right now. You talk about venues and areas to be, and you love college basketball. This is so special. I mean, it really is. I know I get excited every time I walk in here, man. And they can scream all they want. So you always talk about the Dukies. Why? Look at their numbers. Look at their players. I mean, are you kidding me? They've had 9 first-round draft picks over the last 6 years. I mean, plus they got a brilliant coach. What's the last one?
Hager makes a couple of free throws. Answer by Ewing, and Duke is his first lead since it was 7-6.
Duke will go the way of their guards. Their guards are certainly a dominant duo. When you talk Redick and Ewing, they can score so many different ways.
Hager looking for Davis, couldn't find him. Neitzel loses it. Dockery, beautiful bounce. Anderson drives and jams. What a response by the senior.
He says, how do you like that, baby? I can give up too. The Breslin's also a great place for Thomas. They've developed a special environment there. They're 88-6 their last 94 regular games at the Breslin.
Redick on the drive, the pull-up, and the rebound to Hager. Duke 31, Michigan State 30, and a very entertaining first half here in Durham. Neitzel. Michigan State fortunate to retain possession.
You can see he's got a great handle, a lot of flash, but he's a little bit out of control.
Round the miss. Numbers again for Duke. Redick all the way.
That's what he's done to this game. He's added the dimension of attacking the basket rather than looking just for the perimeter jump shot.
15 points for J.J. Redick. He and Ewing 5 for 27. Now McClure is going to be called for the foul on the drive by Alan Anderson. J.J. Redick and Daniel Ewing putting on a show so far for Duke.
It is exciting, Mr. Shulman. Up and away, Mr. Ewing. And it's not Patrick.
Fajitas. There's a whole new way to look at fajitas.
Fajitas?
Taco Bell's Fajita Grilled Stuffed Burrito. Authentic carne asada steak and grilled fajita vegetables. All wrapped in a flour tortilla and grilled to go.
Ooh, fajitas.
For sizzling fajita taste, think outside the bun.
If you love video games, you gotta love the Walmart Home Entertainment Department.
It's SmackDown versus Raw!
SmackDown vs. Raw. Rated T for teen. Available now at Walmart.
Great new games, great prices. Walmart is the place.
Mercedes-Benz Winter Dream event is back, with special financing and lease offers available now on C, E, and S-Class models. So hurry and get to your Mercedes-Benz dealer by January 3rd. Event unlike any other.
Who is Carmelo Anthony? A tough kid from the inner city streets of Baltimore? Or is he just an athlete with too much talent and not enough experience? Is he known for his super cool or his intense passion? Is he a lover or fire? Lobster or PB&J with the crust cut off? Is he a team leader or just a mama's boy? The answer, yes. Yes!
Hi, Chris Fowler, Digger Phelps, Mike Jarvis on the UPS halftime report. Notre Dame explains the firing of Willingham. Digger explains why he should coach the bowl game against UCLA. Plus, we'll have hoops highlights, a gutsy comeback for the Seminoles. What do you think of the first half so far, guys?
Well, the first half is it's a real nice first half, and when you're playing, when you're playing against Duke, you've got to close out the half. You can't let them get on a 10-0 run like they like to do.
It's a pressure defense. They just wear you down, and they do a good job of running that transition, and that's where Michigan State's not getting back on defense.
Last coach to beat Duke in a non-conference game at Cameron.
You got it, Mike Jarvis.
Right.
Got it done.
That's right, guys. February 2000. St. John's came here to Cameron and beat the Blue Devils. Michigan State trying to do it here tonight, trailing right now 33-30. Yes, this is one of the more unique environments in all of college basketball. You'll see some sights you've never seen before in this building.
I'll tell you, it's a really wacky place, but it's so exciting. It makes me, I'm 65, act about 12. You know, you got in the studio with Chris Fowler. I don't know what he's won as coach, but the bottom line, you got Digger, who stopped that great UCLA 88-game win streak. You got Mike Jarvis, the last one to come in here and win a big game against Duke non-conference. And where do they end up? They end up in the studio with Fowler. It's unbelievable. That's where great coaches end up, in the studio.
You were ahead of your time. You decided to get out 25 years ago.
Wow. I had no choice. They chased me out.
A couple of free throws for Anderson, who's having a big first half with a dozen points. And now, Maurice Ager slapping the floor on D. That'll get the attention of the Duke fans. There's 3 minutes to play. 1-point lead for the Blue Devils. And the ball will stay with Duke.
This is not a lethal Duke basketball team. You look at Mike Jarvis' son. Yes, he's doing well, Mr. Jarvis. Don't worry about him. He's eating well. He's having a great time down here, he told me. He said, I'm not alone. This is where the Blue But this is not, and I do this. You know, when you think of Duke over the years, with the great players they've had, dominating forces, when they had the Hill, Lincoln, early combination, the Brand Group, with the Battiers, they don't have the lethal weapons they have. But they're going to be a team that's going to scrap, claw, have good perimeter play, and if they ever get Mr. Randolph to give them inside, as you look at their record right here, and look at the overall record from last year.
Remember last year they made it to the Final Four, and they had Connecticut down at the end of that game. Had them 8 with 3 minutes to go. Foul trouble for the big guys. Okafor Connecticut won the national championship. Reddick now with 17 in the first half.
Okafor would not allow them to lose. He showed the heart of a champion. Down the stretch, he absolutely ruled Connecticut to the winning state. Give it up.
Ewing.
Give it up.
Reddick. Jamie Lucky did not signal the intentional. Are we going to get the call or not?
Should.
Larry Rose, I believe, overruled and assessed an intentional foul.
There is no doubt. He's going, I mean, right there, making contact coming over the back. What do you think, Mr. Shulman?
I mean, he hit him hard, but he was swiping for the ball.
It's closer as you look at the replay than what it was. I thought that it was an intentional foul, trying to stop him from playing.
Mr. Automatic on the line. Reddick shooting very nearly 94% from the line in his Duke career.
He missed one earlier this year. See, I really think right here, he does give the look that he's going for the ball, but I'm telling you, he stopped him from making a layup. It is a close one.
We have the benefit of the replay as the intentional foul is assessed. 2 free throws for Reddick. 19 first half points, and Duke retains possession.
Whenever you've got guys that can make the leads the way they can
Williams gets a timeout call.
They can avoid any kind of injury to this club, to their top people, and they would be have a major problem when you think about what their standard of excellence is about.
Well, their standard of excellence is so high that they're almost being portrayed, Nick, as an underdog this year because they don't have a lot of depth and because of Wake Forest and North Carolina and Georgia Tech. They were actually picked fourth in the ACC preseason. Let's take a look back on this day in college basketball history. Charles Lefty Driesell began his head coaching career at Davidson University in 1960. Over the next 43 years, he'd win 786 games at Davidson, Maryland, James Madison, and Georgia State. On this date in 2002, Driesell got his 100th win at Georgia State, making him the only coach to win 100 games at 4 different schools.
An amazing career when you think of the left-hander, the flamboyant, the great color. I'm being followed around by an outstanding writer from the LA Times, Robin Norwood. And we were talking about how the game blacks great look by tremendous pass rush. He has really improved his all-around game. But we don't have the bigger Phelps in the world, the Lefty themselves, the late Jimmy Delgado, the Connor Seconds, the Massiminos, the John Thompsons, the guys that really have added so much color. Coaches are so much more reserved at press conferences. They measure every word. Dean Smith was such a giant, you walked in there and saw Dean Smith, you were like an awe.
By the way, Lefty Driesell played at Duke back in 1953 and 1954. 7-point lead for the Blue Devils. Had some great years he did in Maryland. He was Len Elmore's coach.
Well, you know,
that was a great start there.
To be the UCLA of the East when he arrived, and certainly that was tough to live up to. But he had some great teams, but unfortunately, when he had that great team you mentioned, Len Elmore, they couldn't even go to the NCAA tournament.
John Lucas, outstanding team. At the line for Michigan State, Kelvin Torbert, his 5th point. Behind the basket.
Came out of a great high school. People like Andre Rice came here. Ben Rice, some super talents. City of Flint itself has produced so many great players.
Charlie Bell and Gene Cleaves, Mo Pete, all part of the Michigan State Flintstones a few years back when they won the national championship.
Tom Izzo's done an amazing job.
For 3 is the biggest lead of the night for Duke.
He gets open, he can make shots. Kate Mule's a walk-in. Good defense right there, beating him to the ball.
Great hustle, but then he throws it on Redick. And now look at them grappling on the floor and really getting after it here. And now some of the Duke players tried to get off the bench, and their coaches held them back as the Blue Devils and the Spartans really getting after one another.
I think it's a little breakout like that. It's very important to keep your players off the bench. To me, that is essential.
Tom Izzo right in the face of Anderson as he pulls his team over to the sideline.
Watch the ball go to the deck. A lot of hustle, scrap here. There's the deflection. Look at this, man. It's like football. This fella's liking this. They're going after it. They want the rock. They want the rock. No, you're not getting the rock. Not getting the rock.
Anderson taking exception to Dockery really getting on and trying to rip that ball away. Now, Mike Krzyzewski's going to get an explanation from Larry Rhodes. I don't know if we had any fouls called on the play. Take another look and let's see if anybody got carried away here.
Could have almost been an offensive foul there. The contact with the dribble move. Can't call a foul down here. I mean, they're just scrapping and clawing for the basketball, going after it.
Well, but after the whistle's blown, if anybody got caught with a shove or anything like that, we might have had technicals, and we do. John Madden telling me technicals have been assessed on Dockery of Duke and Anderson of Michigan State.
You don't shoot that technical.
No, double technical, you don't shoot.
Double technical.
They do count as personals. And for each player, the second foul.
Plus the first half to Duke. The way they were able to bounce back after falling behind, staying within. The defense has allowed them to get back to this game. Michigan State over 100 points in their first 3 games. Only 34 tonight at the halftime.
Sheldon Williams is called for the foul, trying to get position down low is first. The physical nature of this game, Dick.
Yeah, no question. Physical, very aggressive. People attacking, going after the basketball, playing with a lot of fire, a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of energy.
Paul Davis, by the way, that was the last guy you saw in that shot. Remember early, he had 9 points in the first 7 minutes of the game. He hasn't scored since, and Michigan State needs it.
Tommy's always so honest with us. You know, how do I know how good we are after the blowouts that we've had? We'll find out a little bit more about ourselves in games like tonight and this weekend when they play a good, I mean a good George Washington team, coached by Carl Hobbs and out of the Atlantic 10, and then a possible date with Maryland.
That's right.
John Feinstein, who, by the way, graduated from Duke and has an outstanding book about Red Auerbach. He puts that tournament on, the
BB&C in Washington, a great tournament. Coming up on our UPS halftime report, Chris Fowler, Digger Phelps, and Mike Jarvis get you up to date on all the day's big stories, including the biggest story of the day, that Tyrone Willingham has been let go as coach of the Irish. You've got a vested interest in Notre Dame. Your daughters went there. Your sons-in-law went there. One of them played football, so you want to talk a little college football and coaching.
Well, you know, the bottom line is I was kind of surprised. I'm not shocked. He lost 5 games by 30 or more points, but I'm surprised he didn't get allowed to finish his tenure, his 5-year contract. They allowed Bob Davey to do it. They allowed, for example, Jerry Krause to do it. That surprised me big time. I look at Florida, which is open. They could be the biggest loser of all because they're going to lose Urban Meyer, who will ultimately end up in Notre Dame. I don't think there's any doubt in my mind that Urban Meyer will be the coach and will bring that spirit, bring that unbelievable enthusiasm that he has for Notre Dame. Bottom line is Florida missed out. They missed out on him. They missed out on Spurrier, and they should have never, ever fired Ron Zook. Ron Zook's going to be a winner if given an opportunity to go elsewhere. He can recruit and he's great at playing. Don't get me started.
I was going to Shannon Brown will head in line. You want to do a little football on Saturday afternoons? You want to moonlight? Or?
I'm just a football fan. I'll let the experts. Certainly our guys do a great job. Chris and the guys in the studio, Corso and Herb Street. But the bottom line is, I think that Ronson got a raw deal. I also think it is sad. It is sad in 2004 that we do not have more than 2 African Americans as head coaches in this country in Division I.
Out of 117
That
programs.
is sad. That really blows my mind.
Reggie Love goes to the bench with his 3rd foul. He was the biggest guy Duke had on the floor until right now when Sheldon Williams comes in to replace him.
Getting all fired up about it. You know, I love that. We have scholarships there in my family's name. The university's been so good to me. And I just wish for Tyrone that something good happens to him and he gets another opportunity, maybe back in the Pac-10. He went to Michigan State as the student athlete of the year in the Big Ten his senior year.
About a 6-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Michigan State led by as many as 8. Duke led by as many as 8. They're up by 6 now. They're going to run as much time off as they can.
There's 2 reasons why Duke has the lead. Number 1, the guard play of Reddick and Ewing. And number 2, their team defense, where they play 5 men together. Against a team like Michigan State that came out here fired up and gave them one heck of a challenge.
21 points in the first half for J.J. Redick. 8-point lead for Duke. Tom Izzo standing by with Doris Burke.
35 points between J.J. Redick and Daniel Ewing. How do you do a better job with those 2 guys?
Well, they made some good shots. I'm not disappointed in that. That one play where we exchanged about 6 points is a big part of this half, and I'm disappointed in that. But I'm not disappointed when we got a hand up. He's made some good shots. He's made a couple from 35, Doris, and you got to give him credit on that.
No question. Paul Davis effective early, but you can't get him the basketball. How do you get him established?
Well, we didn't give him the ball. He was open down there. I thought we did a poor job of getting him the ball. We'll do a better job second half.
Good luck, Tom. Thanks, Dan.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. 8-point lead for Duke at the half here in Durham. The landlord owns the paint here in Cameron. Sheldon Williams with the monster block. Back to Chris, Digger, and Mike in the studio.
Our lucky fan.
All right, man.
The ACC-Big Ten Challenge, presented by 989 Sports, only on PlayStation 2.
Back here at Cameron Indoor Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, the ACC-Big Ten Challenge presented by leading Michigan State by 8 going to the second half. Dan Schulman, Dick Vitale, and Doris Burke with you here in Durham. We expected a real test for both teams. The coaches were expecting it. They got it in the first half.
Well, it really was a great test, and I thought Duke did a marvelous job on the defensive side to limit Michigan State to only 36 points in the first half after scoring over 100 against the Cupcakes. And then the performance by Ewing and Reddick, showing why they're one of my, when you rate the 5 best backcourts in America, I have them in that rank, man, because they can flat out make shots. And there aren't many guards that can shoot the way they can. 12 for 16 in the first half between Reddick and Ewing.
Combining for 35 of the 44 points for Duke. The Blue Devils, 60% as a team, 60% from 3. J.J. Reddick, 7 of 10 overall, 21 points, 2 assists, no turnovers. He played every minute of the first half. Turnaround by Davis, who was huge early in the game for Michigan State, and then quiet late.
He's starting to drift away shooting the jump shot. I really believe he should attack the basket. He's got good moves on the inside, drop steps. They got to get Sheldon Williams involved a little bit. Get him some touches.
He just did. High-low from Randolph to Williams, and Alan Anderson has to reach in and commit the foul for Michigan State. Look at our game track, Dick. It starts with Paul Davis being very assertive.
Yeah, he was really aggressive out of the game. He really got on the board quickly with those 9 points early, dominated early. And then it was J.J. Reddick, baby, with the sweetest stroke in America. He can flat out stroke the J. And then you talk about his sidekick, Daniel Ewing, one of the most underrated guards in America. You talk about all the great guards, you never hear the name, Daniel Ewing. You know, you look at the Duke front court. Sheldon Williams was 1 for 5. Shavlik Randolph was 0 for 1. 1 for 6, and yet they're up 9.
Yep. Knocking down the free throws. That last foul on Alan Anderson of Michigan State is 3rd. So 30 seconds into the second half, Anderson comes out, and Kelvin Torbert, the super 6th man right now for the Spartans, comes in.
You talk about great 6th man. You think of Will Bynum down at Georgia Tech, an explosive player off the bench. Strawberry down there at Maryland, who's having a real tough battle with Wisconsin as the 2nd longest win streak in America at home. 30 in a row.
Hill off the screen, knocks down the 3. You know what made Torbert feel better about being the 6th man? He talked to Morris Peterson, who a few years back was first-team All-Big Ten as the 6th man for Michigan State.
You know what I respect about Torbert? He knew with the big bulldog, but he's never outed himself about the fact that maybe things haven't lived up according to what he anticipated. He's just been a team player and just done anything Coach Izzo has asked. They got to get Hill some shots.
Yeah. Shannon Brown, the foul, his first. Let's go to Doris Burke.
Dan, Duke's only concern in the first half just went to the bench with his 3rd foul. Alan Anderson's effectiveness taking the bigs from Duke and driving on them, either getting free throws or some effectiveness around the rim. On the other side, for Tom Izzo, he just reiterated the fact that Paul Davis needs to be established on the inside. He said, really, guys, he was open. It was just a matter of our failure to get him the basketball. Duke's pressure had an impact on that guy.
Hey, Dan, please. I know she can't hear me right now. Doris does a great job, as you do, and I'm lucky to work with such stars. But please, she can't hear me.
No, not at all.
I want her to know, please, don't tell her that Providence got beat her alma mater by Winthrop today.
No.
She can't hear that, can she?
No, she can't.
Providence got beat by Winthrop.
The Friars, who had the Friday night game in New York and then flew down to Miami Saturday, got beat by Florida, losing to Winthrop tonight. Maybe just too many games and too many miles in too few days.
I had a call from Mr. Schwab, our research expert, coordinating producer, does a great job. Doris, don't cry now. Don't cry.
Second half.
Davis draws the double team. Torbert open for 3. He has worked on that jump shot year after year. He used to shoot it coming down. He was coming down, and he's still coming down just a little bit, but it's a much cleaner looking shot than it used to be.
Well, as long as it comes down through the net, if Izzo said I like it, it's an excellent point.
Here's Williams inside, over Hill.
I guarantee at halftime, with some of the adjustments they made, Mike Krzyzewski talked about the fact that because they're shooting the ball well from the perimeter, bring the ball inside is what Kroger with another deuce.
A nice lead from Paul Davis, and they're getting up and down the floor here to start the second half.
Some good athletes on the floor. You're going to take a look at Torbert right now. She didn't jumper. He's really on the way up right there. He's not coming down like he did last year. You know what's happened with Duke now? It stretches the defense when you have people like Reddick and Ewing shooting the shot like they did. So it should open up passing lanes to Williams.
Just having to work hard defending Williams inside. Look at Hill close on Reddick, who had 21 first half. Reddick took it. Still fed it off to Ewing, who knocks it down.
They make great music together. What a tandem. Oh, do they make some sweet music together. Reddick and Ewing.
Sheldon Williams, the foul, his third. J.J. Reddick acting like a point guard, Dickie V.
Yeah, he's trying to handle the ball, Dan. There he is, dribble, penetration, split the defense right here, then kick it out. And then kick it right out to the open shooter. Hey, as Chris Fowler said, he said so well. What about Duke? Nobody's talking about Duke.
Foul on Ewing on a three-point attempt. Brown will go to the line, and that speaks to a little bit Duke losing Deng and not getting Livingston, and it also speaks, Dick, to the incredible strength in the ACC this year.
The league is just so tough from top to bottom. Well, as Mike told us before the game, we're not going to sit here worrying about how good all these other teams are. We just want to get better and better. And I want to simply say this. You talk about Mike Krzyzewski and Tyler, beautiful guys away from the basketball arena. Both guys have made donations of $50,000 each to the Jimmy B Foundation to join the President's Club. As you look right here in the top 25, 7 teams up there, and 6 of the top 13.
You know, they're all winning. They're all beating these Big Ten teams now. These teams could go up and up. And Georgia Tech made it to the national championship game. North Carolina may have the most talent in the country. Duke was in the Final Four last year. Wake's #1 in the country. Maryland looks outstanding. It's ridiculous right now.
Now, how do you feel if you go to Block Frank out of Miami? I know you got to face that.
And there's the toe for the ACC leading 3-0 right now.
Virginia Tech, the same here. Both guys working harder and hard. But every recruit they get is matched by these schools up here in the ACC.
Driving on Torbert, can't finish. Rebound rally. And a push going against Torbert of Michigan State, who's you can tell from his facial expression.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. What are they calling on? Where's the foul?
Now here's 6'4" Torbert having to defend 6'10" Rando.
You know, I could see the foul a little bit earlier, but no foul right there at the end. I don't blame Torbert with that look on his face.
Hoobie, second foul on Torbert, so he gets the ball back up 6, early second half.
I guess it touches inside. He's saying the wrong. Just got to be the wrong. Look at this.
You know what? He does look quicker. That weight that he's taken off, he's got a spring in his step. He's dishing the ball. He's shooting the ball. He's going for steals.
He is going to make a strong run for postseason All-American honors. I really believe that. Chris Durham has moved on now, playing with the Chicago Bulls. Wow, he took on struggles. I feel for Scott Skiles, former Michigan State star. The lineup he has to go to war with every day in that league. Wow.
Knocked away by Williams. 24 points now for J.J. Reddick tonight. Again, he's gone, he says, from 215 pounds last year to 190 pounds this year.
When he gets set and squares his body, it's automatic. I mean, unbelievable. A guy like Shaquille O'Neal would love to have him on his side and knocking down shots, getting double up inside.
With the feed inside, Sheldon Williams could have picked that pass off, but he was facing the basket instead of facing the ball.
You know, J.J. Reddick could have helped our Olympic team. Yes. They could have utilized some of their shooting. He should average about 20 points a game. I don't think there's any doubt about it.
Third foul on Shavlik Randolph.
That's big because, as I said earlier, coming down the stretch, Duke, a very small basketball team. When he's out, the only big guy is certainly Williams.
He's out right now at 6'6". Melchione comes in. But then again, Michigan State is one of those teams where Duke can afford to go small and not worry about it really that much because Michigan State's small.
They're going to play Davis, but we heard so much about Rowley and Namick that we haven't seen them a lot of minutes.
Namick hasn't played at all, and Rowley sparingly. And Rowley came into the game tonight as Michigan State's leading rebounder. But again, they had 3 blowout wins against weaker opposition. They've taken a major step up here tonight playing Duke.
Totally a 180 for what they did last year.
Over the back for the rebound.
They're going to foul, 5 in a back.
Wave it off. Wave off the basket. Williams the foul. His third. This is getting a little bit dicey now for Mike Krzyzewski. Both big guys with 3 fouls.
Mike Wood waved that off. Fred Bauerjack's finest. Penny does a great job in the ACC. Handling the officials.
is Dockery knocks it away.
The backcourt with D. Brown. What a combination. Tomorrow night, don't you guys miss that game. D. Brown and company hooking up with Chris Paul.
And we got a good one here. Duke got Bay on their home court against Michigan State.
Breakfast Club Toaster. Sonic's got it, others don't. Try a new Breakfast Club Toaster sandwich. Made with egg, cheese, tomato, ham, and bacon on Sonic's thick Texas toast. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
But for now, sit back and enjoy your flight.
That's a $1 bill from our first sale. And that's a note from our first client just wishing us luck.
What's this?
That's our first temper tantrum. We needed to ship a package and the UPS store was closed. Steve lost it. But now we go to FedEx Kinko's because they're open late. A lot of them are open 24/7. That's Steve.
The new FedEx Kinko's. Make it, print it, pack it, ship it. Our office is your office.
That was sick. Later, guys. See ya.
ATV Off-Road Fury 3 online. Ride with anyone, anytime, anywhere. Rated E for everyone.
Drink variety. Sonic's got it, others don't. Make Sonic your morning drink stop and choose from thousands of different flavor combinations. Start your day with a fresh Sonic Sunrise or come in for our classic cherry limeade. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Welcome back to Durham, where the Duke Blue Devils on top 55-47. And for the ACC, what a year it should be. For only the 4th time in history, 17 from one conference in the top 25. And when you look at some of the players coming back, it is amazing what this group can do. Virginia's addition is the latest team to come. And Julius Hodge returns as the ACC Player of the Year. Dick Vitale, when somebody reaches that level, it is unusual to see them return. For Julius Hodge, nice to have him back.
I think that's the beauty this year of college basketball, Mark. So many players have come back. You're looking across America. We're thinking of Big Three. We'll see tomorrow. McCants, Belton, certainly they all came back. Particularly Kansas, where we're so impressed. You think about Syracuse with Warwick. So many outstanding seniors. Because of all the high school kids coming out, the international players, a lot of the kids say, hey, I'm coming back.
J.J. Redick, the highest scorer in this game, but he's also been unselfish at times. Nice bounce pass into Williams, who's playing with 3 fouls, and he's fouled before the shot by Paul Davidson, the guy for Michigan State. Along with Dick Vitale and Doris Burke, I'm Dan Schulman, and this is the ACC-Big Ten Challenge from Cameron Indoor Stadium in Durham, North Carolina. The ACC leading so far this year 3-0, and Duke is unbeaten in the 5-year history of the challenge. They're a perfect 5-0, as is Wake Forest, the only 2 undefeated teams. Melchione.
That was it. I tell you, his family, man, those guys can shoot. His dad and his Uncle Bill was a big-time shooter for Villanova. We got 2 of the great AT&T specialists on this court tonight, Hill and Redick.
Anderson a little bit short. Nice rebound by Williams, who's playing with the 3 fouls. Chadwick Randolph's out with the 3. This is what Coach K told us. They're going to have to learn to play without.
Yeah, they're going to keep him on the floor with 3, and I don't blame him. He's got a reserve. I talk about all AT&T. Throw Pat Carroll, St. Joe's, Travis Dieter. Throw him in there. They give their Trey Gibson down the Illinois State, and they can flat out keep the rock.
8-point lead, Duke.
Playing with 1 post player, 4 around, high screen. They love to run. See, now they're going to make him go wide. They're not going to make him make their turns. That was a bad shot. Not a tough shot, a bad shot.
Not the first time tonight where things really broke down offensively for the Blue Devils.
Well, you know, Dan, when you have done what he has done, you're entitled to a bad shot. As you look at the coaching hierarchy, Johnny Dawkins.
Not a lot of depth, but look at that senior. How many elite teams have that kind of leadership coming back?
You like to play his bench, his coaching staff. Wojnarowski and certainly Mr.
But they're all guards. He needs a big guy.
Yeah, with Johnny Dawkins, trust me, you don't need a big guy. Put him out there. Here, great ever to play. Good friend of Jay Billis, our guy. Just a great guy, Mr. Dawkins.
Randolph back into the game as Williams goes out. Looks like the big guys will alternate. Fresh. Torber open on the wing. Weak side rebound. Shannon Brown.
They're going to get Hilson one.
There it is.
He usually knocks that baby down.
And Randolph gets the timeout call as he crashes over the scores table on the far side.
And all those Cameron Graysons with their 1,400 SATs, they loved it. I had 1,500 on my SATs. 500, 500, and 500. Took them 3 times.
There comes a time when a hero must either accept his destiny or walk away from it. Must either fight or set his gun aside. This is that time. And this is that hero. The other guy? Join Jack and Daxter in their final adventure. The end of an epic. Rated T for Teen.
I think I'd marry you again. All these people as witnesses?
Yeah, right. Mom? Dad?
Lisa, will you marry me? Again.
This Christmas, give her a piece of eternity.
Oh, man, there's a line.
Dockers Pro Style. Shirts and pants that do it all.
Good color, right?
Behold, the wardrobe of a born leader. A true shepherd, leading his flock to victory. The crown of royalty. Wings of a champion. A champion shepherd. Oh, but he's a king, too. He's a shepherd king. Carmelo Anthony, Shepherd King.
Great seats. Just one more thing to love about Outback, where you can enjoy our golden boomerang shrimp. Outback Steakhouse.
Back here in Cameron, an 8-point lead for Duke over Michigan State. Tomorrow night, ESPN's coverage of the ACC-Big Ten Challenge continues with a great doubleheader. The #1 team in the nation, Wake Forest, led by Chris Paul and Justin Gray, taking on Darren Williams, Steve Brown, and the Fighting Illini. And then the nightcap at 9 Eastern, #11 North Carolina in Bloomington against the Indiana Hoosiers. The Tar Heels, Dickie V's preseason pick on his website as the team that will cut down the nets when it's all said and done.
Well, you know, a lot of people got on my face when they lost to Santa Clara. Said Dickie V, you overrated them. They don't have chemistry. Forget about chemistry. Forget about philosophy. Forget it all. They got players, and they got a great coach. And the bottom line is they are going to be tough to beat. That club is explosive. They're deeper than the past. I think North Carolina's Chapel Hill is going to have a phenomenal year.
Everybody talks about the big three, which means not enough people talk about Jawan Williams and Emmanuel. They've also got a great freshman, Marvin Williams.
He made my all-support team. Great role player that doesn't get a lot of publicity. Jawan Williams. That's in Southern Carolina. Boy Williams is my coach of the week on my website. My shot of the week was Texas A&M Corpus Christi over Florida State. Came back and won. Oh, take a look at that.
There you go. Where people can go to your website. Torber just picked up a foul. His third as the HD universe expands. ESPN2 is going to break into the world of HD on January the 6th. You can go to ESPN.com and send Dickie V package either to Paul Cincinnati, Memphis, Texas, or Santa Clara. You choose, he goes.
However they send him, man. It's basketball. Great side. Are you kidding me? My player of the week was Neil Robinson. He took my weekly award. Oh, he was incredible against Alabama up there. They played on us to shoot out for Washington. That'd be a great place to consider.
A catch
Nice play by Brown to find the open play. They have really contained Brown, who's really played well early this year against so-poor competition. My team of the week was Washington by Michael Andes. Afflalo down there at UCLA. Marmar, they were terrific together for the Bruins.
Redick, nice ball play. 27 for J.J. Redick.
He can play it out, shoot it, and he's going to follow
Daniel Ewing is called for the foul. That will be his third. Redick having some kind of night.
I think he's going to have a lot of nights like this. I don't think there's any doubt about it. He knows he's the man, man. He's the man now. He's the big man on campus. Taking a look at Davis now on the inside, coming down the gun of the defense. And trying to stay away. Doesn't want to get that fourth foul. Hey, we got to salute also. Coach Priest. I'm going to tell you how he is. You know how he is.
I have an idea. He's tied Dean Smith's record for wins, right?
Yes, sir. Great college, 39 years. Harry, we salute you, my friend, and amazing.
Foul on Prince Hill. Boy, J.J. Redick is running all over the place, making guys chase him all over the place, and he's drawing fouls like crazy.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm supposed to be the analyst, and I was just getting ready to talk about his movement without the ball, but you want my pay, your pay?
Well, I'll take your pay.
You will?
I'll take half of your pay. Well, you were doing a little play-by-play there when you were talking about Coach Staples. We switched roles there for a second. Williams inside.
You got to get the big fella the ball. You want to be able to have balance in the offense. You want to be able to go inside and outside.
See, there's the analyst. You're the analyst. Hager hangs, it won't drop, but he is fouled.
Nice play, driving to the goal. Yes, I'm the analyst. A lot of people say he needs an analyst.
Reggie Love is called for the foul, his fourth. I'm neither going to second that thought nor disagree with it. I'll mull that over as we go to break. Great game here in Durham. Duke leading Michigan State by 8.
Follow Duke Athletics on the official site.
Trying to keep it going in the ACC-Big Ten Challenge. Can the ACC win yet another one?
Okay, open.
Just slip a sable under the tree for me.
It's great, right? Honey?
Sometimes the best part of giving is the thank you you'll be receiving. The Unwrap at Jaguar Holiday Sales event is on now. Lease an X-Type 3.0 with permanent all-wheel drive for $399 a month at your local Jaguar dealer.
ESPN Original Entertainment presents
NASCAR's gotta have talent and magic on the asphalt.
Barry Pepper stars as Dale Earnhardt. 3. Premieres Saturday, December 11th, 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN.
The word is out and people are rushing to Kemp's Seafood House. It's not just the portions that are whale-sized. Everything's bigger at Kemp's with newly expanded dining areas and additional parking. You won't have to worry about a wait anymore to get the freshest seafood around. So bring the entire family or your large party. We've got the room and the food is piled high. One bite and you'll know why the triangle is hook, line, and sinker for Kemp's Seafood House. Kemp's Seafood House, just 2 miles west of the airport.
You know them well.
I am a skipper. I am a professor.
My husband is a millionaire. Farm girl. The movie star.
You know their story.
No boats?
No lights?
No motor car?
Primitive as can be. Primitive as can be.
Now, meet the one thing that's stopping them from being saved.
Gilligan!
Gilligan! Gilligan! Gilligan!
That's me.
Who will they be? And how will they get off the real Gilligan's Island? All new episodes Tuesday and Wednesday at 8 on TBS.
Tonight on SportsCenter, why Ty Willingham lost the fight to resurrect Notre Dame football. Mavericks try a surprise coaching move against the Spurs, and Shaq turns up the heat on Air Canada. A busy SportsCenter after the game.
Well, it has lived up to expectations tonight here in Durham, where Duke leads Michigan State 60-52. They have kind of held the Spartans at arm's length for the first 8 minutes of change of the second half. The lead was 8 at halftime. It's 8 right now. foul trouble for both teams, more for Duke than for Michigan State, and less depth for Duke than for Michigan State. So that's a story to follow through the final 11:48 as Maurice Hager, the 6'5 junior out of Detroit, steps to the line. Sheldon Williams in the game with 3 fouls for Duke. Shavlik Randolph is on the bench with 3. Reggie Love is in the game with 4 for the Blue Devils.
Reggie Love, outstanding football 3 years ago, contributed to a big win in the ACC championship and tournament against North Carolina. Gave him an active athlete on the inside, decided to come back now and help them out a little bit.
Well, Dick tried out for the Green Bay Packers, was cut, so he decided to come back and play a little basketball. That's him with the ball right now, number 30. Oh, wow. And Reggie Love is out of the game. Yeah, he dropped a little football move on him right there, and Reggie Love's going to get the rest of the night off.
All they're trying to do, I feel like, is get some minutes, steal some minutes, and give him a little time to rest guys like Randolph and Williams. And there he is going to step out with a moving screen. That's no doubt about it. You got to be stationary and laying that screen. See, he's moving right there. He's moving, laying that screen. You got to be able to be stationary, Reggie.
Looked like a linebacker, but he was actually a wide receiver when he played for him.
Reggie's not getting no love, man. My name is Reggie Love. Let's look at some love.
Reggie Love is done. And now a team that's not beat to begin with has an even bigger problem. Love is done. Randolph is back in. So with 11:32 to play, Mike Krzyzewski feels he has no choice but to have both big guys on the floor with 3 fouls.
You got to play him. With 3, you got to play him with 11 minutes to go. And sometimes it's so overrated to take the guys out. Al McGuire's I love the way he used to handle a bench so well like Jimmy Valvano. Of course, he said, heck, I'm playing my best player.
Davis was hollering for the ball, didn't get it from Shannon Brown. Anderson behind by Shavlik Randolph. But just before that, Davis, and now he's going to Anderson. Look at them yelling at each other. Davis and Anderson are barking at each other that Davis didn't get the ball when he had Sheldon Williams set up on the block. Knights will know, and it'll be Duke ball. Take a look, Dick.
Tom Izzo told Morris, he said, we're not getting the ball inside when he's open. He's got to get touches. That's a lack of appointment.
Right
See,
there,
he wants it right there. He wants it right there. Get me the ball. I have position inside. Nothing more frustrating to a big guy is when you get open and you don't get the run.
Especially when the guy covering you's got some foul trouble. You really want to get the basketball. Dockery being defended by the freshman Neitzel, who has not made that much of an impact on tonight's game. Ewing elevates. And the long rebound tipped out to Dockery, a fresh 35 for the Blue Devils.
Shot selection is so important when you come down the wire. You want to make sure the right people are shooting the basketball.
He's got a foul before the shot. It's going to go on Neitzel. That will be his 3rd. Look at the foul trouble for the rest of the guys, especially Duke now with Love out of the game.
Well, also when you look at Ewing with 3 as well, I would challenge right now Williams. I would take the ball inside and try to get the ball to Davis to give Williams that 4th foul.
My bad, not on Neitzel. That last one on Hager, his 3rd.
You know, Dan, we talked about earlier how Duke lost so many great players who left school early last year. They ran and Avery. Jay Williams left after 3 years. But, you know, think about Michigan State. They lost Marcus Taylor, Zach Randolph. They lost a lot of players early. Jason Richardson.
Erasmus Lorbeck went back to Europe.
I think guys that left early. And I think about Marcus Taylor. What a mistake he made when he left. I mean, that just was absurd. Whoever gave him a place.
Lead back up to 8 right now for Duke. Neitzel at the point for the Spartans. Good screen there by Davis. Rolls to the basket. Doesn't get the feed. Anderson on the drive. The leader, no. Dockery, loose ball. Anderson on the floor with Shavlik Randolph. And an L-ball situation.
I'll tell you what, intensity and emotion you feel here. It's almost like an NCAA tournament kind of environment.
Tomorrow night, ESPN2's coverage of the ACC-Big Ten Challenge continues with more action. Ohio State and Clemson, Virginia at Northwestern. The ACC-Big Ten Challenge presented by 989 Sports tomorrow on ESPN2. The ACC has won all 5 challenges last year, dominating the Big Ten, winning 7 of the 9 games. And so far this year, the ACC is up 3-0.
You know, when you look at pre-conference schedules, you look at records, they're so deceiving. We're going down to see Indiana, Mike Davis. He's got a stretch where he's playing one giant after another. I mean, teams like Connecticut and certainly Kentucky, Carolina. It's unbelievable what he's going to think.
Air ball by Williams. sometimes the schedule is determined a year or two in advance, and then somebody leaves early for the NBA or somebody reneges on an agreement to come to your school, and all of a sudden you don't have the team you thought you had, and your team's not prepared for that kind of thing. Davis, the offensive foul. Use that arm to try to hook his way around Sheldon Williams.
I don't think there was any doubt about it. Michigan's right on the court, Mr. Lucky. We're going to watch him down in the post right here. Freeze it right there. See, as soon as you use that swing move and you try to hook the guy, it's over, man. And there's the call, right from the baseline. It's a nail. He says, baby, you're not getting away with that here.
Number 3 on Paul Davis. 9 points in the first 7 minutes of the game and just 3 points since for Davis. But to be fair, as you mentioned earlier, sometimes they're not giving him the ball. Good position. Good rebound in traffic there by Davis. And a nice fast break here.
That was a play from how to run the transition game. They don't have a guy that can dribble in terms of penetrate and 3-point guards that can utilize the pass. That was a brilliant pass break.
Ager on the finish from Brown. And a timeout is called. Look at the smile on the face of young Shannon Brown after that fast break.
Well, you know, you run this kind of plays in practice. That's a great outlet. The West Henslow style outlet. Throw the ball diagonally. Find the open man with the great diagonal cut. Got the guy that can finish it in Ager. Terrific job of it. We have not seen the real Shannon Brown thus far tonight.
Brown acquired 4. Ager up to 9 right now. Those last two spectacular on the feed by Brown. And Michigan State hanging around here with Duke the entire second half. Dick, it gets down to 6. It gets up to 10. And it's 8 for a while, but Michigan State not going away here against the Blue Devils.
Well, Michigan State's going to have a good year. There's no doubt in my mind. When you look at the Big Ten, you look at the landscape of all, Duke's been all J.J. Redick and Ewing. I mean, they shot that one from Raleigh, North Carolina. Here he is now, showing Luka Mercy the medium-range jump shot. Now he's going to point, take the ball to the basket, pull up, shoot the fadeaway jumper. It must be nice when you can make shots like that.
Redick just drove it. Put that in by Sheldon Williams. He's got 10.
He's really asserted himself in the second half. He was working foul. We talked about how he had to get involved, and we thought that Mike Krzyzewski would talk about that at halftime.
10 rebounds as well for a double-double. A big 3 for Chris Hill, who's pumped up about it as they're back within.
Well, you know, real major mistake defensively. He went what we call fourth man instead of getting over the top of the screen or sliding through the screen and becoming number 3 man. You go fourth man, you give a guy a wide open look.
Hill, when it's all said and done, just might set a Big Ten record for most 3-point field goals. Spartans back in at 5. A ton of time left in this game. Out of bounds, off Ewing, over to Michigan State.
I want you to take a look right here. We're going to take a little look at the screen. Take a look right here. Now he's going to go point man. Freeze this right here. See, right now, you lay that screen, and you don't want to go fourth man. Right, freeze it. See, he went behind the screen. He went behind. You got to get over the top. You got to get over the top of that screen, especially on a shooter like Hill or Red. You cannot go behind the screen.
Ager nowhere to go. Inside, stolen by Redick.
He is really close. So much better defensively.
Nice look, Ewing. Wide open 3.
And he will get the most out of his people. College basketball is alive and well in Durham, North Carolina.
The 210th consecutive sellout, Dick, here at Cameron Indoor Stadium. And the way Ewing and Redick are filling it up, there won't be an empty seat here for a long time coming.
You know, you got to bring the children here. I know you're young kids. You got to let them really get a chance to enjoy this kind of an environment.
This is special, as is the Breslin Center up in East Lansing. But this is an awfully unique environment. All the students that you see jumping up and down, they're all here an hour before the game and getting on the case of that guy. Not only the players, they were getting on that guy's case an hour before the game. And he doesn't have much much of an answer for him right now.
I'm going to tell you, you see those kids jumping up and down. Those are future doctors, lawyers. You see them right here.
Let's see if Michigan State can answer again. Knocked away by Reddick, recovered by Ager.
A lot of deflections. That means you play aggressive defense. This is a big time right now for Michigan State. The next 3 minutes are really vital to them.
Wide open Anderson. And Michigan State, which last year led the Big Ten in scoring, three-point percentage, field goal percentage, free throw percentage. This is a very good shooting team, and that's keeping them in the game.
They're not going to go away because of the shooting ability of a kid like Hill and Anderson and Davis' presence inside when he's on the floor.
15 now for Allen Anderson. Reddick trying to muscle his way in. Torber too strong for him, and Torber brings down the rebound.
They want to get back to the team on defense and rebound, which is a great
Anderson again misses the three this time after making one last time.
Patience is important. The one thing Thomas said, we got to get back to being an outstanding rebounding team and a team that defends. That's been our trademark. That's been our practice.
They are still a small team more often than not. Right now, 4 guards here. And Yoko Rowley in the middle. And it was Rowley, I believe, just called for the foul. Now Rowley gets a little education from his senior teammate, Allen Anderson.
Michigan State was in 3 straight Final Fours from 99 to 2001. And since the NCAA tournament expanded in 85, only Duke, Kentucky have made 3 straight Final Fours.
Well, Dax, for my old friend, it's finally over. We've answered the mystery of the precursor legacy, and we've defeated the last of our enemies.
He's mine.
The Epic Jack trilogy is coming to its dramatic conclusion.
Okay.
Rest assured, it won't end like this.
Just lift your foot and I'll kick your...
Okay. Open.
Just slip a sable under the tree for me.
It's great, right? Honey?
Sometimes the best part of giving is the thank you you'll be receiving. The Unwrap a Jaguar holiday sales event is on now. Lease an X-Type 3.0 with permanent all-wheel drive for $399 a month at your local Jaguar dealer.
Say cheese!
Take Grandma's hint. She wants a digital camera from Staples. And now get a free accessory kit and coupon book worth over $225 with each camera purchase.
Staples. That was easy.
It's low carb to the core. Introducing Bacardi Silver Low Carb Green Apple Premium Malt Beverage. 4.5 grams of carbs and 94 calories, never tasted so good. Bacardi Silver. Flavor your night.
ACC-Big Ten Challenge, presented by 989 Sports, only on PlayStation 2. And in part by the Unwrap a Jaguar Holiday Event. And Staples, that was easy.
Back here in Durham, North Carolina, along with Dick Vitale and Doris Burke, I'm Dan Sholem. This is the ACC-Big Ten Challenge presented by 989 Sports. And it's been a challenge for Michigan State tonight after 3 lopsided wins. They're down by 5 tonight. Last year, a torturous early season schedule. They lost all 6 of their big non-conference games. They didn't play well in the Big Ten, and they didn't shoot the ball very well. They scored a lot, but not as tough as Tom Izzo wants. Not as mean as Tom Izzo wants. And this year, Dick, with the exception of Neitzel, the new guy who really hasn't done much tonight, he's really got the same personnel back.
Well, basically the same personnel with a year experience, a little more familiar with one another. Bottom line is last year they lost to Kansas, Duke, Kentucky, Oklahoma, UCLA, and Syracuse. They don't have that kind of pre-conference schedule, so that's going to help them in terms of psychologically get some confidence. Also, they would have been of a very weak Big Ten. Big Ten only had 3 teams get on to the NCAA tournament. First time that's happened in many, many years.
Now, on the other side of the coin, Ager's healthier than last year. Torbert is healthier than last year. Williams, and somebody's over the back. Is it going to be Williams or is it going to be Randolph? Somebody just picked up their 4th foul. Sheldon Williams has his 4th.
I think the Big Ten this year will get 5 teams. I think somehow there will be 5 teams out of the conference. I think it's going to be a lot better. I know Michigan got blown out today, but I think they're going to be better. I think certainly Iowa's going to be better. You look at Illinois, they're going to be a dominant team, I think, all year long. Wake Forest is going to have their hands.
What a game that'll be.
Luther Head is one of the great support players in the game. You talk about certainly backcourts. You're seeing one of the great backcourts in the game today, including Reddick, with 49 of the 67 points to Duke. And you talk about super backcourt. I mean, it doesn't get better than Porter and Clay, Williams, and you think of Georgia Tech with Elder and Chad.
Foul on Allen Anderson is 4. Duke leading by 5. And Reddick and Ewing, that outstanding backcourt you're talking about, they've combined for 49 of the 67 points.
You know, it's really important also late in the game here, free throw shooting, especially when the guards late are going to handle the ball. When you look at the Duke backcourt, and Ewing and Reddick, they are really efficient on that free throw line.
You mentioned Awake in Illinois. That'll be on ESPN, 7 o'clock tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern. You and I will be in Bloomington for Carolina and Indiana. Games on ESPN2 as well. And some nice games over the weekend, including Notre Dame and Michigan. And then you and I have the Jimmy V next week, Memphis, Pittsburgh. And how about Oklahoma State, Syracuse in the second game?
That's a good time matchup.
Hill. This is the 3-rebound ripped down by the landlord, Sheldon Williams.
Sheldon Williams came up empty on that free throw. I mentioned Oklahoma State and Syracuse. Every second's got a dynamite team. People got to start realizing they're going to be a contender again all year long.
Thoughts on the shot and the drive. Dishes it off to you. Ewing on the drive. Jump shot.
Take a little time.
Portland does the same thing.
He has really improved. And the kid is good. Delvin Jordan has struggled throughout his career shooting the ball. Came in here shooting 60%. You can see he's improved his jump shot shooting at the top of his jump.
Allen scoring for Michigan State. Torbert's got 13 and they've got 4 in double figures already.
Williams got to get Williams. Great screen. Took advantage of the screen.
Ewing with 26. Reddick has 27. Davis is fouled. Dockery on the reaching. That's pretty good.
You know, I'm not a mathematical genius, but that's 53 out of 71. That means the rest of the team is only 18 points. Take a look at the jump stop here. Now watch this. He comes in, kids, jump stop. And there he pulls up under control. Great follow through. Just like, now watch it. Turbin, pull up under control. We're starting to see some guys make the medium range jump shot.
Considered a lost art in some circles. Davis knocks it down. The Sports Center coming up right after this game tonight here on ESPN.
This has been a real exciting night. I have such respect for those two leaders, Tom Izzo and Mike. As I said earlier, you know, they each 50,000 again, the President's Club, and the Foundation, very generous.
You have, as John Saunders has, and John Calipari has,
Good casino.
the goal to raise $1 million.
We need 5 more. That's 15 for 750,000. We need 5 more to hit our million.
Rebound by Davis.
So I think it could have taken a little time. Shannon Brown, what a high wire act. Explosive. We talked about his explosiveness. Just a terrific athlete. He and Dee Brown were dynamite together on a scholastic level.
He's going to be a star.
Yeah, yes, star ability. There's no doubt about it. You can't teach that. You can't teach that, my friend. I know you and I can't get over that. This Michigan State team's going to have a really terrific year this year.
And what a win this would be. Duke here on the road, off the side of the backboard. That's Spartan ball.
He has taken 2 bad shots in the last 2 possessions. He has rushed it. They have not taken time off the clock. That's where they had to stabilize her last year. The experience was too high.
Foul trouble for each team. Love out. Williams with 4. Anderson with 4 for Michigan State. The Spartans back to within 4. Davis good position. And Williams can't really defend him because of the foul.
Smart, good basketball IQ. Bring the ball inside. Take it out. Use the foul. was really great.
Let's not forget, a year ago at Michigan State, the Spartans were embarrassed by Duke 72-50, looking for revenge. Torberg, the nice post feed into Davis.
Got deep position, can't allow a player that talented. There's a tendency whenever you're in foul trouble to not play defense, to allow guys to get the ball inside so easy. We're going to see it right here. Look at him on the interior, good rebound, nice outlet. And now watch the high lob, and there's Shannon Brown with the high wire out. I mean, he made like you saw Mr. Carney in New York City, not a Memphis. Wow.
And remember, Tom Izzo says Ager's the best athlete on the team.
Well, I don't know. Is he a better athlete than Shannon Brown?
He's got a right to be all pumped up about that.
Oh, they want to be all pumped up, man. But we need an airplane to get him back to Michigan State.
Looking forward for Michigan State. They've got everybody back from last year. They've got depth and balance and a lot of Mr. Basketball winners. Tom Izzo said to us before the game, I know we're better. I just don't know yet how much better.
We've got Tom Izzo, a born leader. That has done a marvelous job in 10 years. Stepping in.
Now before the shot.
He learned under an outstanding mentor, a teacher, in Judd Heathcote.
Foul on Shannon Brown. Timeout on the floor. 3:23 to go. What a battle between Duke and Michigan State here in Durham. Duke by 2.
Okay, open.
Just slip a sable under the tree for me.
It's great, right? Honey?
Sometimes the best part of giving is the thank you you'll be receiving. The Unwrap a Jaguar holiday sales event is on now. Lease an X-Type 3.0 with permanent all-wheel drive for $399 a month at your local Jaguar dealer.
If a relaxing moment turns into the right moment, will you be ready? You can be with Cialis. Cialis is the only erectile dysfunction tablet clinically proven to both work fast and work up to 36 hours. 36 hours to relax and take your time. 36 hours to choose the moment that's right for you and your partner. Cialis is only for men healthy enough for sexual activity. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain or certain alpha blockers for prostate problems or high blood pressure, as this may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Don't drink alcohol in excess with Cialis. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. Erections lasting longer than 4 hours, though rare, require immediate medical help. Discuss your health status with your doctor and ask if Cialis is right for you. 36-hour Cialis. When the moment is right, will you be ready?
When it comes to shipping, talk is cheap. Mistakes aren't. Ron's got the horsepower. They've got the planes, the technology. Truth is, I don't care how they do it. I just care that my packages get there on time. Hey, all I ask for is perfection. Other than that, I'm pretty easy.
UPS delivers more packages on time than anyone. UPS, what can Brown do for you?
An update from Madison, where Orlando Tucker of Wisconsin has been a strong presence against Maryland inside there. Look at it. Muscles the ball up and in on ESPN2. Big Ten trying to get on the board up by 5.
Yeah, Chris, the ACC leading 3-0 right now, but we got, as you said, a Paylock smasher here in Cameron.
And Wisconsin coming off a blowout. They were blown out by Pepperdine out there on the West Coast. And now they bounce back at home, and they got 30 straight. I remember when Gary Newton one day about 3 years ago, it was the last game. Dick Bennett resigned after that game. Now coaching at Washington State. He's the guy you want on the free throw line if you do. You want him on that line. You want the ball in his hands to win the game. He just doesn't miss.
The best career free throw percentage in ACC history.
It's amazing. He's going to go and play some Vegas game. Shot selection so important late in the game. Getting the right shot. I would slide Davis to the inside. I don't know what he's doing out of the perimeter. I would get the ball out of his hands and bring it inside.
Down on the drive. Davis misses the follow. Offensive rebound for Ager, but before the shot, a foul call on Duke. It'll be on Ewing, and that'll be his fourth.
I think if you're Michigan State, you want to lock Davis up on the inside. There's the drive. The rebound's going to come off. They're going to foul in this there. There's the contact.
They gave it to Dockery. So Dockery will get the foul. That will be his score.
Michigan State got away by getting in a situation. They're going to the foul line. Coming up next, Sports Center. I don't know what I would have ever done in my life without Sports Center.
Now, the officials are talking it over right now. I thought the foul went on Ewing, just watching the officials. And I think they're going to look at the monitor right now to make sure they got the right guy. Because I think it was Mike Wood. I watched him point at Daniel Ewing. I'm going
to say something here, and I know people aren't going to agree with me. And I think what's happening in college basketball is something that's very disturbing to me. As we watch right here, the drive, we're going to see the contact after the rebound. There's the foul right there.
Oh, you're right. It is Dockery. Yeah.
It's Dockery.
It is Dockery.
Well, let me say this, man. I really think we're starting to utilize the monitor too much. Slowing up the game. Too many situations. We got officials who make like they're going to the monitor for time and score, and they're checking situations that are happening. Hey, human error has been part of the game, and it's made it what it is. I hate to see the delays that we have, and I hate to turn the game into a situation where you're constantly going to that sideline and breaking up the rhythm and the flow of the game.
Michigan State misses the first. It's 2 shots the rest of the way, both ways.
Now remember, Dennis went on the other side. He made it. He's down here. He's got a
Well, you find out something about your players at this point of the game in this kind of an environment.
Well, here's where you got to suck it up, man. And you got to lock it up, and you got to have the will to want to win. It's all about the will to want to win, understand, executing, get the ball in the right player's hands.
Ewing, is he the right player? Not on this trip. Rebound Brown. Kind of a quick three there by Duke.
See, right now, patient, get the good angle and get the ball inside the game. Let him slide to the box.
He's getting pushed around by Williams, who's playing with 4 fouls.
Slide to the box. Dump it into him.
Flips around him and scores easily. There you go, Coach Bytown.
Thank you, Mr. Schulman. I mean, bring the ball inside. He's playing Matador defense. He's got 4 fouls. He's got to forget about the 4 fouls and play defense.
Keep doing it until they find a way to
2 minutes on the clock.
And it's a 1-point game. Michigan State has not led this half. Dockery, a little bit of breathing.
The ball guys did not get down. A man was 3 for 25 last year, shooting threes, but made some big ones against Davidson. When Davidson closed the gap to 55-51. And remember this, he told us, Thomas, if Dockery beats us, we'll let him beat us.
Duke is up by 3 under 2 minutes to go. Dockery brings them to their feet. Here at Duke, we've got an update back in the studio. Let's rejoin Chris Fowler.
Dan, a couple quick scores here. Look at the upset. Big South, Winthrop over Providence as the Friars shoot 3 for 23 behind the line. Awful for their backcourt. And Iowa gets a win for the Big Ten, but it's against the Missouri Valley Conference and Drake.
I don't know, the way Chris said that, it wasn't like he was excited about that Iowa win over the Missouri Valley. It's one of the most underrated conferences, the Missouri Valley.
75-72, Duke over Michigan State. 1:56 to go here in the second half. Reggie Love has fouled out for Duke. Dockery and Williams each have 4 for Duke. Anderson 4 for Michigan State.
This is a real indicator about your team, about personnel, about strengths and weaknesses. You get more out of this, even if you're going to lose, than beating Nicholls State by 55 points.
See if they go right back inside the Davis again.
I would. I'd lock them inside. Give it up. Slide inside. Slide inside.
Play there at Weston.
Dump it inside. He's going to play defense. They're making him play defense. Great play, though. Great call.
Davis keeps it alive, and Ager is fouled. A great feed from Brown, and a great hustle play by Davis as the big guy's getting down on the floor.
You know, Brown really anticipated the open man. He looked diagonally. He was thinking that pass. You're going to watch this. Take it to the goal. That's a great move. It didn't go down with that smart basketball. That's a tell. Look at these kids hustle, scrap. Davis keeps it alive, and he goes diagonal. What a great anticipation by Brown. He knew before that ball came to him, his vision had the open man.
Ager in the line again was 1 of 2 moments ago. buries the first.
We may not go anywhere for a while here. We may be here a while. I wouldn't mind. I was here with Mike Patrick, my buddy here. Hearing his voice is so great after Mike had that surgery, doing a terrific job in the NFL. But he and I were here one time with Duke in Carolina. We didn't want to leave, man. We didn't want to leave.
1 of 2 again. Michigan State letting some points slip away on the free throw line.
2 out of 4 is not going to get it done late in the game. Now right now they're going to go to a situation where they get the ball in their hands as much as they can to Ewing and to Reddick. Going for a little stop. They're going to pop Reddick out.
The starting 5 on the floor right now for Duke as they run the clock down to 10 on the shot clock right now. Ewing for 3. Has a 5-point lead right now.
And Mike Krzyzewski has a chance for another W. Yes, sir.
And if he wins tonight, it would be career win number 698. Only 5 active coaches have 700 wins. He would have a chance to get 699 against Valparaiso Saturday afternoon on ESPN2, and then possibly get number 700 next week against Toledo. If you like this, you'll love tomorrow. A doubleheader here on ESPN. Number 1 and number 3, Wake in Illinois. Tomorrow night at 7 Eastern here on ESPN. And then North Carolina against Indiana at 9 Eastern. The ACC-Big Ten Challenge presented by 989 Sports.
Indiana's going to have a super performance out of Gracie Wright and company to be able to handle that unbelievable explosive attack of North Carolina. They have been putting a hurt on people. They absolutely just could have named the score against Southern Cal the other day at home.
Reddick is called for the foul, and guess who? Maurice Hager is going back to the line yet again for Michigan State. Sports Center next, right here on ESPN.
Very important that he converts these right now because he brings it to a one-possession game if he knocks these 2 down.
He is 6 of 8 tonight and 12 of 16 on the season.
And a little pressure defense. It's great to see that he's healthy. So many players out there that we know of had it so tough. You think about Leon Poe and how tough he's had it with Cal with his injuries.
But Baracus is checked into the game now to play a little defense. Chris Hill's going to sit out.
Yeah, he's a physical player. He's going to now win 3 out of 6 down the stretch.
Yeah, that's really cost him here at the end.
3 out of 6. I just play a little pass to one another. Reddick and Ewing. Why not? Keep it in Reddick and Ewing's hand. Up the foul, then put them on the line. I tell you, there were a lot of teams tonight that were Reddick and Ewing to shoot the ball. Could have folded and rolled over. This Michigan State team showed a lot of spark and fight, scrap, reflecting their coach, and they just kept battling back.
Ramos is called for the foul, so 30 seconds run off the clock, and then Duke's going to the line anyway. Our PlayStation player of the game tonight is J.J. Reddick, 29 points in this game. He had 21 of them in the first half, and also, Nick, he handled the ball, he distributed the ball. A very complete, well-rounded performance by Reddick here tonight.
He has really added so much to his game. He's become much more multi-dimensional. He was a one-dimensional jump shooter. Randolph's a guy that if Duke is going to be a factor in that ACC, when you look at the heavyweight teams in that league, he has to really start to be a contributor on the inside. He has got to demonstrate and utilize that ability he has.
He has just 1 point in tonight's game. It's been almost all perimeter scoring for the Duke Blue Devils tonight, but it could be 25 seconds to go. Melchione in for Randolph.
Well, it might be enough because of the brilliant performance of the tandem in the backcourt. And those 2 guys with 58 on the board, and the rest of the team gets 21.
Everybody on the floor for Michigan State to shoot the 3. And Chris Hill this time.
He was out of his range there. He was out of his range.
Davis fouled by Daniel Ewing.
And you don't want to stop the clock. That's not a smart foul. You stop the clock, allow him to go to the line. He can cut this lead again to a one-possession game.
Just 15.2 seconds left. Michigan State, time and time again, rallied, only to be held off by Duke, time and time again here in the second half. ACC leading the challenge 3-0.
Michigan State, but they did this last year. You and I had them against Oklahoma early. We had them against Duke.
Kansas.
Yes, sir. They're a much better basketball team.
They've got a potential matchup with Maryland on the weekend. Should both Michigan State and Maryland win their first round games of the BET Classic.
I don't worry about George Washington. Is a very good team.
Well, the lack of success late at the free throw line. 5 missed free throws in the last couple of minutes for Michigan State.
That's been an Achilles heel here late in this game.
And now Duke's got a chance to put it away. Paul Davis really hung his head after last year's game against Duke. Had a couple of all-day sessions with Tom Izzo. He doesn't have anything to hang his head about here tonight, nor does Tom Izzo. They've played well, although Davis missed a couple of big free throws late.
Davis played hard. He played with a lot of emotion, a lot of intensity. He gave his best shot. And when guys are on fire, the way Redick was on fire in Ewing, it's tough to get that heavy.
17 points, 10 rebounds for Davis, but it's not going to be enough here tonight.
And Duke looks like they'll be 6-0 in the ACC-Big Ten Challenge.
Yep. And that their non-conference home winning streak will continue. They haven't lost a non-conference home game since St. John's beat them in February.
Mark Jarvis. That's our Mark Jarvis. We got all those winners, man. We got Majerus. We got Jarvis. We got Lavin. We got, what's
Digger.
the other guy's name? Digger. He coached.
Never heard of him?
Did he ever coach? Digger coach?
High school.
What about Coach Fowler? What about Coach Fowler? He coaches every team in America. Coach Fowler.
Tomorrow night, more ACC-Big Ten Challenge action presented by 989 Sports on ESPN2. Ohio State, Clemson, and then Virginia against Northwestern. Virginia's already beaten Arizona this year. They're ranked right now. 7 teams in the ACC are ranked in the top 25. On ESPN, it's Wake and Illinois, then it's Carolina and Indiana. Stuart Scott and Carl Ravitch are coming your way with SportsCenter as soon as this game is over right here on ESPN. And they'll give you highlights of Maryland and Wisconsin, who are apparently having a terrific game.
Yeah, I want also Carl to give you some information about what's happening in baseball. Come on, Carl, lay it on me. Who's signing with who?
Well, we know the Mets made a big offer to Pedro Martinez. You'll hear about that on SportsCenter.
Hey, Stuart Scott will be cheering tomorrow for his North Carolina.
That's Chris Duhan's little brother, Thomas Conley. Before the game today, Dick, you can relate to this. You've high-fived the Cameron Crazies, and you've also been hoisted up into the stands like Chris Duhan's little brother was today.
There he is.
Chris
down playing in Chicago. Little family affair. That's right. His mom, Mr. Duhan, coming in the game here.
Well, we mentioned Duke's playing Valparaiso in Chicago on Saturday on ESPN2, and I don't know if the Bulls are home or not, but it's there in town. Duhan and the wall day. That's going to be a Duke win. A game effort by Michigan State, but the Blue Devils survive 81-74 and go to 4-0 on the season and up their ACC-Big Ten Challenge record to a perfect 6-0. A big win over a very good Michigan State team here tonight. Ewing and Redick each with 29 points in the win. Again, the final from Durham, Duke 81, Michigan State 74. SportsCenter is next with Stuart Scott and Carl Ravitch. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more information, log on to ESPN.com. For Dick Vitale, Doris Burke, and our entire ESPN crew, I'm Dan Shulman. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. SportsCenter is next.
Pay attention while the game shine like a prism. Glisten, show you how canaries could alter one's vision. Outside, outside, west side, let's ride. Where you at? The whole city behind us.
Somewhere out there, there are people who can sit down on the job. It's just not you. So get the all-day comfort of genuine Red Wing boots for people who work on their feet.
24. Season 3 on DVD. Get even more with an exclusive prequel that clues you in to next season. 24. Own Season 3 today.
More stars coming out at Cameron. ACC Player of the Week, J.J. Redick leads the Devils against the Mid-America Conference Player of the Year, Keith Triplett from Toledo, as the Rockets meet the Devils next in Durham.
We should take a picture. Come on, everybody get around the tree, okay? Say cheese.
Take Grandma's hint. She wants a digital camera from Staples. And we make it easy with top brands, trained associates, and everything you need to bring your pictures to life.
Oh, get one with me and the dog. Just push here.
Staples. That was easy.
With faster acceleration than a BMW 325xi and an Audi TT, the all-new Hemi-powered Jeep Grand Cherokee conquers the road like a sports car. And with our exclusive Quadra-Drive 2 four-wheel drive system, it conquers everything else like a trail-rated Jeep 4x4. The all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited 2005 4x4 of the year.
The workplace changes. Styles come and go. Dickies workwear stays true to its roots. Then, now, and far into the future. Dickies, a legend in work.
We make noise. In the 100th year of Duke basketball, the Blue Devils host the Toledo Rockets tonight. History could be made. The man who's defined Duke for the past 25 years is head coach Mike Krzyzewski. With a win tonight, he'll become just the 17th coach in history with 700 wins. The Cameron Crazies will be revved up and ready to give Coach K all the energy to achieve the milestone. Can the Rockets spoil the party? Find out next on ACC Sunday Night Hoops. We make noise. Venerable Cameron Indoor Stadium, the site of Game 2 of ACC Sunday Night Hoops, and they're looking for number 700 tonight for Coach K on his own floor in Krzyzewskiville. It's the Toledo Rockets, favorites in the Mid-America Conference, coming in to take on number 9 Duke. We're live. Hello, everyone. I'm Tim Brando, welcoming you to the Game 2 of our Sunday night doubleheader, and Dan Bonner is by my side. And Dan, when you start talking about 700, that truly is special for any active coach in college basketball today. But J.J. Redick is a pretty special talent to help get you there.
Well, there isn't any question about that. Keep in mind that J.J. Redick is one of the most lethal offensive weapons in college basketball. He's a guy, I think, who has to perform well for Duke to play well. In the last 2 games, Duke has played very well, and you can see Redick's numbers, no surprise there. However, Duke has to be more than J.J. Redick in the perimeter. I think the key to this Blue Devil season may be the inside guys, Sheldon Williams and Shavlik Randolph. I think they've got to be very, very solid for Duke to get to where the Blue Devils want to go, and quite frankly, under Mike Krzyzewski, are used to going.
The Toledo Rockets out of the Mid-America Conference have really taken on a very rigorous schedule this year. On the road, they played some outstanding teams, but Keith Triplett is really one outstanding player. He's the Mid-America Conference preseason player of the year.
One of a good group of guards for the Toledo Rockets, Triplett the best among them. He had a very fine season last year, has started